What is up, dogs? It's your boy, Mike Mason, here for another fireside chat. Yo, we got a dank show ahead, a really amazing demo. I'll jump right into the homies who are with us tonight. My lovely co-host with us, as usual, Carrie Strope.
Hey there. Thanks for being here. So glad that Frit Glass could join us. I see he's in his shop, so he's actually taking time away from his production to hang out with all of us. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes. That was a quick
Of course.
intro, Carrie. But yeah, speaking of
Yes.
the man of the
Very
hour,
quick.
Anthony Charles, Frit Glass. Really is an honor to have you, man. And I appreciate you so much for letting me film this demo we're about to see, dude. Tell them where you're based out of. You know, where can they find your work? You know, tell the homies what's up.
All right, so I'm in Portland, Oregon, originally from New York, but I live out here now for the last few years. And
Nice.
My work is mostly on Instagram, Frit Glass. And I'm on Facebook as well, but I don't check that page as often. So the best way to get work from me is to find me on Instagram and shoot me a DM. Daily dibs, deals, and auctions and all that type of stuff. So there's ways to snag stuff faster. But if you really want something, just hit me up and get it custom.
Very good. Very
Nice.
good. And you've been doing a lot of cups, man. Is that your bread and butter these days, or do you get into the functionals
Yeah,
anymore?
that's basically all I've been making. I don't think I've made a single pipe this year, actually.
Okay.
I have one order on my list right now for a steamroller that to make it look like one of the cups that the person
Oh,
bought.
awesome.
So
Oh,
that's the
matching
only
set. I
I
gotcha.
will make this year.
Very good.
But that thing just took over. I started doing it about 2 years ago, and then they got so popular that I can't do anything but make those now. And
Yeah.
the last 3 weeks has actually been really, the demand has gone way up. So now I'm just working every night, working at night to try to avoid other people, social distancing.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, very
The
good.
demand's
Very
gone
good.
way up because everybody's drinking now, right?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, everybody drinking beers out of their cups that they bought for me. It's supposed to go R for most of their beers.
Right, yeah.
Very good.
Free advertisement is going down.
Hell yeah. Well, I love it, man. The cups are great. Excited to share this. For the homies out there, I will have some sticker packs to give away. We're going to do a little game time at the end or whatever. But after the demo, we'll give away the grand prize. Yeah, I got something special I've been sitting on. The fucking Melt koozie.
Nice.
Yeah. I got stickers to go with it and some fresh color comb, actually, with the red and white pattern there or whatever. Hard to see,
Very
but
nice.
yeah,
Very
you
nice.
guys know the deal. So yeah, that's going to be after the demo. Let's pop this party off. Glass Central Station, that's us. Here to cover this industry and companies that are helping me get to all these shows and take all this time to edit this stuff right. Those are the companies you're going to see over the next minute. Just want to take 1 minute to show how much I appreciate that they help me get to all these places. It's a pretty simple formula, you know. It's man, they pitch in every month and make it possible for me to buy the plane tickets and get the hotel rooms and buy the new batteries and buy the new hard drives and all the other, you know, buy a new tripod, get a monopod because we can't bring that overseas. You know, it's one thing after another, and these cats make it all possible and, you know, make it essentially bordering on sustainable here. So it really does mean a lot. And then some of y'all are pitching in on the Torch Pass thing. We're dropping some really fresh stuff over there, actually. So torchpass.org. Yo, one of my newer sponsors, man, the homie Kai. He's actually one of the Torch Talk group moderators as well, but he makes incredible tie-dyes. Some of them are like, they look like torches. They're fucking awesome. Anyways, I really do appreciate all these cats who pitch in to get me to places like this. Melt is a summer camp for glass workers. It's situated on a lake. It's Independent Lake Camp is what the camp is actually called. But Melt rents it out for a week in September. And this is the building where everybody eats, and there's a ton of torch stations and competitions. It has everything you could do at a summer camp. We're flying in towards the torch tent and the main stage tent. Where artists do, you know, like the real headline artists will be in there, like Salt was in there with Itai and Phil Siegel. And then on the right-hand side, there's the torch tent. This is older drone footage, so they took over that other tennis court there as well, as I recall. And
Yeah.
there's like over 100 torch stations in there to melt with your homies. This thing seems like the furthest thing from what we're doing right now, actually being outdoors. And gosh, it's a little almost
I
like.
really miss it.
What's that, man?
I said I totally miss it. I'm hoping we can do it later this year.
Me as well.
Yeah.
Me as well. It seems more unsure by the day, but if nothing else, man, it makes me appreciate these times that we got to have over the years more. We'll be back, even if this year doesn't happen. I know the boys aren't going to stop, and here's the cabins where everybody stays, and hot showers and all that. It's it's like an upgraded summer camp. Depends what types of camp you went to when you were a kid. I went to like some pretty shady YMCA camps, so there weren't too many amenities, but there were girls, and
and that's all that
yeah,
mattered.
it was like Boy Scout camp every year before that. Anyways, here's the homie throwing down. You're gonna handle up to some tubing, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting it started on this beautiful Vertigo lathe.
Yeah. Those are really nice. I understand.
Sean from Coexist Gallery and Melt was nice enough to allow me to use for the whole week, which was awesome because these days I do much by hand.
Okay, gotcha. How long have you been on the torch?
About 14 years since I first got on the torch.
No shit. Okay.
First 5 or so, it was definitely more of a hobby level thing, and then it's been my full-time job since 2012.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Great.
I was on your page just today, and I was like, man, that cup is gorgeous. I'd like that cup, and like 4 people had dibsed it at the same time. Like I was like, damn, man, my man's doing this. Looks good. I was really happy for you. Like it's gonna be hard to get one of these cups.
It has gotten so crazy in the last 3 weeks. It's amazing. I'm blown away by the support that I've received in the last few weeks, and
that's great.
Definitely hit critical mass at this point. And yeah. Now I got to deal with people sending me shots. My comment was ahead of this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fighting.
My feed says the only real truth. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Trust me, I know about that, man. Sometimes there's been. Yeah, with the giveaways we do, I always just do random numbers, and sometimes 2 people will pick the same one, and this or that. Anyway, so you've got this thing. Is this the torch in Bunsen mode, or is there actually a Bunsen here?
So this is just my torch. I use my torch as my Bunsen. I would say 90% of the time. I do have a Bunsen set up on my home station or my in-studio station here, but I only use it if I have something on the left side that's extra sketchy and I want to keep it hot while I'm still working with my torch. Otherwise, I use my torch as the Bunsen, I would say 90% of the time.
Okay, nice. That's what it looked like, but it was hard to tell. This was,
I'm big on using the bench torch on the machine. There's 2 schools of thought. There's a lot of lathe workers who are exclusively hand torches. I like to be able to have extra hands free while working, so I like working with the bench torch. And then I have a Lynx hand torch that I use for small stuff and extra heat if need be.
Nice.
Although you might see me in this video, I probably end up using at the end of it maybe my Herbie hand torch that I bought at Melt, but ended up not liking it, so I traded it for this GPT hand torch.
Okay, gotcha.
It was a good torch; it just didn't do what I wanted it to do.
Sure.
It was just I was impressed by what it looked like, and I made it based on that.
Yeah. I think we've all made a few moves like that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this thing's so gangster. I'm going to just buy it. And then I used it. I was like, oh, man, this wasn't the right choice.
I gotcha. Yeah, man, that's a tough one. It's hard to do a real test drive or put it through the paces for a few weeks and see if you can adapt to your style. And if not, it is what it is. Yeah, the
good thing about glass equipment is most of it you can resell for the same price right away.
Yeah.
They don't lose value. So
yeah, I agree with that. Definitely.
Try it out.
Yeah. Now, what size tubing is this that you're working with?
So I make most of my cups on 44x4. That's definitely what that is. I imagine, based on when I was making this, that's probably 44x4 shot. Okay. If they had that there, I believe it's shot or artistic. You can see it's got a little bit of a wobble to it.
Sure.
I recently switched over to the Czech Republic Pyrex. Huh. Not the Corning Pyrex, but the Czech Republic Pyrex that's made in that Kimball factory.
Okay.
Because I've had batches of that I didn't like, but the most recent 3 or so cases I went through were much rounder than the shot More Artistic was.
Okay.
So I made that switch. But More Artistic was my preferred tubing up until then.
Okay.
You'll see me messing with the chucks on this probably a bunch of times during this video. The one thing that I'm not super into about the Vertigo lathe, which is really only a problem if you're doing the exact stuff I'm doing, is that the chucks don't have a lock on them. They auto lock. So they only get a certain amount tight and then they stop themselves so that they don't get over tight. But because of that, I have problems with it slipping. And then also because of that, once I do get them tight enough, I was having some trouble getting them loose.
I gotcha. Now, are you forming the foot here?
Yes, this will be the foot, and this is the cup that ended up going to Sean, and I wanted to make him a really big cup. So this foot, that's the reason I started so far down the tube. This is going to be a really big foot.
Okay. Hell yeah. So you just railed some heat into there, and now you're coming down more on the Maria itself? Is that what I'm observing?
Yeah, I try to ride the Maria to keep the heat base in there, and then paddle to try to scooch it over and keep it from getting sort of a cone shape to it. Because if you just push real hard to that one side, it'll sort of towards it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's all about just keeping that Maria hot enough for it to feed more material in.
Okay.
There was a question in chat earlier, and I didn't want to presume that my answer was correct, but they were asking about that Bunsen flame. Is that all propane and no oxygen?
Yeah, it's so it's all propane, but my torch is a little bit leaky on the oxygen, so there's probably a little oxygen in there.
Yeah.
But in a perfect world, it's just propane.
Gotcha.
Right on, thanks.
Yeah, my torch just needed to be serviced for, I don't know, the last 7 years probably.
You get it serviced, it comes back, you won't know how to work with it.
I might not, honestly. I've worked on other pieces. I'm like, oh, this is totally different.
Huh. No shit.
The knobs are tight and everything.
Oh. Yeah. Well, these things happen.
Yeah, I was very, very loose with who I let use my torch when I first got it. I still am. I just kind of was like, hey, whatever you want to work on. And then it got abused a couple of times because of that.
I gotcha. Yeah. Well, if one of them fucks it up bad enough, they'll have to cover the refurb, you know? So it's like...
Right. It was usually just like a friend who's like, you can hop on and make a push mushroom marble real quick.
Gotcha. And they'll be cranking the knobs and shit.
And then they crank the knobs down.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. I hope this is never going to shut off again. But
yeah, totally, man. I had a buddy who needed to do a run of some production pipes or whatever, and temporarily his studio was down, so he stopped by and do it, man. And he like tapped a punny off on the Marver, and I don't like that. I was like, I'm never letting anybody touch my torch again, man. Fuck that. I just asked him nicely, but that was the moment I decided. I was like, man, no, it's really not worth letting somebody fuck with your baby, you know, type of thing.
No. Especially, you make your living on it. It's hard to put
totally
that.
Man. I need to know somebody is like anal about their torch, and if I know they have that thing with their own torch, I might let them use mine. But yeah, never a random guy again who's gonna be breaking punnies off on the crisp edge of my Marver type of thing.
yeah. My Marver's pretty tough, and I still don't do that. So.
Yeah. It's a little much to get that stressed about, but it was just one of those things that I would never do myself, and you could potentially chip it up. So I was like, fuck that. Yeah. Now, what's happening here? Did this thing just get kinked up, or are you switching the air side, or?
I would say the plug probably was coming out on me or something like that, or I feel like I missed that moment. I was trying to pause my YouTube, but I think if I'm remembering correctly, it was getting a little jammed up on me.
Okay, gotcha.
And now I'm going to paddle down the bottom a little bit just so it's easier to tear off again, and also easier for me to paddle the foot flat on the bottom.
Okay, I gotcha.
Because if you still got that hump in the middle, it's difficult to get the paddle to sit right. Because that's the most critical part, is getting the paddle to really sit dead still. I balance it off the top of my Marver, and that allows me to you can feel when it's straight, you know. I'm gonna paddle it over now, give it some angle so that there's an edge for it to sit flat on.
All right. Were you giving it air when you formed this big Maria at all?
Only right in the beginning, when you are first pushing the Maria together, because it creates a pinch on the inside there, and you can trap a ring of air.
Mm.
So what you got to do is actually suck in on the tube just a little bit to put some negative pressure in there so that it seals that little pinch out, and then push the Maria so it doesn't trap any air. But other than that, no, I don't puff into it at all while I'm pushing the Maria.
Well, that's a great tip. I'm glad I asked about that. Fuck yeah. And now here you're giving it this really
any Maria is, you know, like any Maria, you know, that's the thing you don't want is to trap that little bit of air, especially on a lathe. You know, that's by hand, it's like you're kind of going slower, but on a machine, you definitely can trap that ring of air pretty easily. So that's the trick there.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's really great. Hell yeah! And here you're just riding that edge and then shaping it really crisply with the Marver there.
Yeah. I'm pushing it. I'm giving it a kind of a reverse angle, and then that also pushes material out. You know, I do the foot sometimes with just a rounded edge on it, but when you push this flat edge on it, it gives you a lip, an actual lip that sticks off the bottom. That is really good for being able to get a nice flat bottom off of.
Okay, nice. This reminds me of like a pottery wheel so much. I'm imagining Patrick Swayze holding you while you do this.
Yeah, a lot of, especially with cup making and stuff like that, there's a lot of parallels with the types of shaping and stuff that you do, the different manipulations that you do to get a final shape compared to like ceramics is very similar. Just can't touch it. That's the only difference.
Yeah. Yeah,
sometimes man. I wish I could. But
totally, dude. There'd be some Terminator who decides to blow glass, give it all up, you know.
Crazy gloves that you could just grab molten glass with.
Yeah. Tony Casey, the homie, man, he sent me a video the other day. He was like rounding out a fucking giant marble with just a pad in his hand.
Oh my god!
God damn, dude. He's like, I didn't have a mold big enough. Like, all right. Whatever works, man.
It's funny. I think I'm explaining the thing that I was explaining to you a minute ago. See me making the motions.
Right, yeah. Yeah, totally. And you know, man, not to get too far from what's happening, but I remember at this moment, man, I had to give a shout out, you know, to the homie who passed, man, Stephen Sharp.
Oh yeah, man.
I remember that. Yeah, he was standing right there next to us, like just so happy that this was going to be recorded. And on my Patreon, you can see him even commenting on the video. You know, he was one of my supporters, and he was happy to see this video when it went up there. And I just wanted to acknowledge him, man. He was a great dude who passed, you know, in between this and when we're talking now. And I just wanted to give him a shout out, man. He was a really great guy.
Yeah, for sure, man. That was a rough one. Steve was a really good guy. You know, he supported my work, and he was a real friendly dude. He always had a smile on his face, and it was crazy. It was crazy. But I was sitting at my girl's bar, and I just put my phone and was like, "What?
Yep.
Can't believe that."
Yeah. Anyways, okay, we're doing the similar thing there. You pushed a slightly smaller Maria and crisping it up. Is that the deal there?
Yep. I'm trying to remember what the final shape was. Was the one that you posted, was that this one?
No, that was similar, but it wasn't. It was like that, but I think this one's rounded on the cup was the difference. But you know, that was such a great picture, and it was very close. So I was like, all right, this is this is the picture.
It was so close that I was like, was this what it was?
Yeah.
You know what I'm remembering now? I think this one has more Marias in the middle of it than that one does. So
yeah, probably. This was
two
special.
Or three Marias in the middle.
Okay.
Because I was just trying to make this as big as possible for Sean, and I think I used a really long piece of tubing for it.
Yeah. It's a serious cup for a serious dude, man. Sean's one of the organizers of Melt, if you guys are not familiar. Really great guy, man. He's one of the owners of Coexist Glass Gallery, having incredible events out there, and he's a huge supporter of the glass scene in 50 different ways, if not 100. And yeah,
Yeah.
man, he's a
Don
great.
is one of the best people out there. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, I completely agree. All right, I'm gonna step away for just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Thanks again for joining us tonight, Anthony.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for posting this.
Yeah, totally. Mike's got this all under control. He's been organizing a lot of this lately with the whole extended torch stock. I don't know if he told you much about it, but he does the demo,
Right,
and then
yeah.
since the events are all canceled, we do game night afterwards. So
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna start tuning in for more of this now.
awesome. Yeah, totally. Especially if you guys
Better
are
than
there,
just
just stick it
all
up
I'm
on the
doing is
TV.
watching all night usually, so it'll be cool to watch some other people.
Yeah, right on.
It's just a TV screen with me blowing glass on it usually all night. Keeps me from walking away from my torch for too long.
Okay, all right.
I feel cool if other people are watching.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, man, this cup is already looking just so cool, man, and the shaping is so crisp, and your angles just have a certain consistency and flow to them, man. Like there's like a look to it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely develop. It's one of those things that's very difficult in glass. Is you have to kind of find something that represents you and your work, but is also something you can translate into several different shapes and products while having it look like your work.
Yeah.
And for years I just made 100 different things, and it's difficult to have to build a following when you make so many different things. There's tons of pieces out there that I've made that people would be like, that's the same guy. It definitely it's been nice to find something that I can focus on.
Oh yeah. Man, did you see that piece Andrew Karcher posted, man? It's like the opal stuff underneath the wood grain.
Dude, yes, I did.
Isn't that pretty?
That was a really cool piece.
Yeah.
I definitely have to dude up and try to do a cup collab with some of that as
right.
graphic.
That feels like yeah. Feels like he was just finding his thing that he's gonna go translate in a bunch of different forms. That's why I thought of it.
Oh yeah, I think he's definitely gonna run with that. I would if I was him. That was money.
Yeah.
It really. I've been to the Petrified Forest a bunch of times, and I love that place. I love looking at like big opalized tree trunks and stuff like that. And I think he nailed the look of it.
Yeah, very pretty, man. Very pretty. Yeah, I used to go hunting for fossils and stuff when I lived in Nevada when I was young.
Oh,
And yeah, so that sort of thing appeals to me as well, man. And it hits that like childhood nostalgia thing even.
Right. Yeah, I wish I grew up around some of that stuff. I'm East Coast, so.
I was mostly, but I spent a few years in Nevada. I'm like a Navy family, so man, but we mostly were in Florida actually, and then the DC area. So
nice.
Yeah, but a few years out in Nevada, and yeah, man, it was some good times in my youth too, because it was such a different place, and we used to go 4-wheel driving out in the desert all the time, and we'd keep in like abandoned mines and stuff. Like that was our thing. We'd go like I had this map that I found at some gas station of abandoned mines, and like we fucking went out to a ton of them. Me and my dad. Yeah, it was like I said, one of some of the more nostalgic times of my youth, man. It was yeah. Anyways, yeah,
No,
mostly East Coast though too.
I love that whole area. Like once I started, glass blowing has allowed me to travel the country a whole bunch. Before I settled out here, I traveled the country for a couple of years. One long trip with Darth Silicate, another one of my shop mates for a while. We took a trailer 10,000 miles across the country, all up and down and back and forth, and worked in a whole bunch of different shops and lived next to some shops. And that's how I decided to eventually move to Portland. This was the coolest place out of all the places.
I like it out there, man. I've only been like as an adult just last year for the DFO actually, and I was pretty taken with it.
DFO.
Yeah, and then I went and stayed with Marcel and Jessica down at the Starship afterwards, and like I was kind of in between trips. I was supposed to go join Carrie at Corning for the ASGS thing, but like there wasn't very much for me to film, and I was like having such a peaceful time in Oregon that I just fucking stayed. I was like, I'm not leaving Marcel. I'm gonna just stay on this couch.
He's got like dream fucking property out there.
Yeah. It was very beautiful and very peaceful.
Big, picturesque fields and just I mean, back when DFO, I went to the DFO in Eugene a whole bunch of times, maybe 3 times, and they used to have the after party there all the time. I think they still do, but now you got to drive a few hours to get to it, and it's amazing there. Some of the best times for sure.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be at DFO this year. I don't think it's officially canceled yet, but
yeah, I don't see that happening man to man, show to show, or whatever. Between me and the 100 people watching.
Privately,
yeah, man. You know, gosh, I saw, not to put any stock into one thing, but man, they had this panel in the New York Times with a bunch of doctors and shit, and they were all kind of weighing the benefits of starting the economy at a given time. And they were talking about doing this phased kind of re-up. But man, this dude was like, I really don't see large conventions and concerts and all that type of stuff. He was talking fall 2021 is when they think
I saw the New York Times article said, music festivals and stuff like that, not till fall of 2021.
Yeah, crazy. Like
somebody, how many major event companies and venues can survive 2 years without revenue?
Yeah, no, it's going to be like the last great ticket mastering of the industry, you know, because only the big, like, only Live Nation's going to survive this shit, you know?
If they do, I mean, like, yeah, they're pretty strong, but 2 years of no business is rough for any business. I don't care how big a business.
Oh, yeah,
like
definitely.
The transition from your brick and mortar to online, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
It's gonna be a weird world for a while, for sure.
Yeah,
it sure is. Although I will say that, you know, who I think has handled the transition online well is, I just found this out today for nefarious reasons, but we'll get into that later. But I found out that NASCAR and F1, they're all having the drivers do iRacing online, and it's being like broadcast and commentated the same way as the actual fucking live racing is, and it looks fucking great.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like, I mean, if you do this for a couple of years, they're going to be like, wait, should we be spending all this money and risking our lives in real cars? Or should we
It's true, man. Yeah, they're like, I can use racial slurs right here from the comfort of my home. Which is,
that guy?
That's why I know about it, because, a guy got caught using the N-word on when he was racing a NASCAR guy. Like, God damn it, man. Fucking A.
It seemed really out of context, too. I don't know if I just heard the clip, but it seemed like he just dropped it in the middle of nowhere, and then everyone was like, oh, no!
Yeah, he thought he wasn't even live. He was like, he was talking to his people running his mic, and he, you know, like, I can't get into that. It didn't sound like he was really being racist about it, but you don't toss that shit around anyway, in shape or form.
Probably good look, no matter what. That makes more sense if he was saying it to somebody, because it sounded really quiet, like it was off mic, and I was like, what even happened? But yeah, he was like, you're talking to everybody, man.
Yeah, you're live, bro. You're live. You just got canceled live. He really did, man. Like, all of his sponsors were like out the window by the time the race ended.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Your race ends during a video game.
Crazy,
right?
man.
Oh my gosh.
It's so crazy. It's strange times, that's for sure.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the homies in the chat are asking who it is. I don't remember his name. If you Google it, though, man, it just happened today. So, yeah.
Well, but it was, something Larson.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So yeah, there's still quite a bit of tubing left there. That's gonna form the bubble or whatever.
It's a big cup.
Yeah, hell yeah. I gotta say,
make a top out of that part.
Okay, it is so beautiful when those Marias initially get pushed, man. It is like, whew. Yeah,
it's mesmerizing. It definitely is.
Right? Yeah. I just had to say that shit. Like,
oh, that's a chunk of Don Chili's prep right there on the end of that tube. I must have made our collab right before that.
That's you, all right. Some wood grain looking shit.
Yeah. That one went on to also actually backed up.
Yeah, speaking of the wood grain, man, a lot of mentions for the wood grain crew.
Yeah, dude, I definitely want to get on.
Yeah.
localized stuff. We busted out. That stuff's great.
Yeah, that was neat. That was thoughtful.
So on this demo, I held that big piece of tubing with the chuck because it was a real big piece of tubing, and because this machine runs pretty straight because it's not a very old machine. I run an American Lathe 5100, and my teeth are a little bit tired on the tailstock.
Okay.
So I actually use like a piece of 19 or 22 1 millimeter tubing as a handle, and I will handle the piece I'm making up to it first, and then start pushing the Marias from with the 12 on the other side, rather than grabbing it by the tubing, because some lathes, mine and other lathes that are not perfect, will start to work little grooves into the glass where they're grabbing it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Long piece of tubing that it'll bob up and down, and it'll scratch it up. So
crazy.
That issue making large things, definitely just go with a big handle, or some sort of sacrificial piece of tubing.
Did you take a class or do anything to learn the lathe, or did somebody put you through the paces on it?
So the first machine I worked on was a buddy of mine in Illinois, goes by Ryu Glass, Ryan Wilson. Shout out to Ryan Wilson. And he got a little GL50 at the shop that I was working at. With me and George literally shoved our trailer next to the studio.
Okay.
And lived there for a couple of months, and it was a place full of great people, but not a great place.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough.
But he let me work on his machine at night, and I just sort of taught myself messing around with that. But also, Fogues and Gordo were both in that shop at the time.
Oh, nice.
So I watched Gordo. Gordo definitely helped me out with some stuff. Also, shout out to Gordo. He's an awesome dude and an awesome artist. Nice. And so I learned a little bit from those guys, and then eventually started working at Long Island Glass. And again, just sort of the practice of making their production work for a while is what helped me develop the skills. But I've never taken a lathe class, but I have, I've watched some talented lathe workers do their thing. Alex McNair also, I've watched him do some stuff early on.
Very nice.
After starting lathe work.
Excellent. I'm not certain I've even met Gordo, but I always run into Bill Gates.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Was he working with him at that time?
I think that's more like when he was in Denver. So he's been in Denver for a bunch of years now, and
gotcha.
I know he was in Matt's shop, and then he also has a shop with a few people in it. I went out and did a collab with him. Got to be a couple of years. Yeah, actually, I met those guys, Gordo and all of them. A quick anecdote. I went to Illinois for the Chicago project back when that was a thing. Remember, there was a Chicago project as well as a Michigan project.
Huh. And
the project wasn't in Chicago; it was in Peoria. And I got arrested for a small amount of pot.
Damn.
In Illinois, at like 4 a.m, very close to the event. So I was at the beginning of a road trip, and all of my money went to bailing myself out and all that stuff, which they never filed the charges on it, so it never became anything. But it cost me all of my travel money.
Damn. Yeah.
So these dudes, Ryan Wilson and Gordo, and the other guys from a place called Torreson Glass, offered to let me work there for the week and get some stuff done. And I actually did a collab with Gordo that he just let me sell just to get my my funds built back up. Get me on the rest of that road trip, which was an awesome thing. If it wasn't for those guys, I definitely would have been stuck there.
No shit. Wow. That sucks, but it's nice that the homies were able to get you back on the road.
Yeah, it was. And honestly, at the end of the day, the connections and the friends that I made from that, and then from going back for court, I took another trip out there and worked with them again for a while. That's what led to so much of that later very large road trip. So everything happens. It worked out all right.
Now tell us about this paddle here with the ring mold.
So this paddle is it's a big ring mold. It's definitely designed for marble. What I used it for years. I used it making very large marbles. I used to be just a marble maker. I've gone through a
Okay.
bunch of phases. I made only marbles for a while, then I made only pipes, and then cups. But when I started doing the cups, I started using this mold. I got this in a trade from a friend of mine. It has no name brand on it, and I hope I don't break it because I don't know if I can get another one. So
I gotcha.
I'm gonna have to for a custom one or make my own or get one of the other options that are out there. A really large infinite rim mold would probably do mostly the same thing.
Sure.
I do like that this is a ring because it doesn't trap any kind of air pressure. You know, especially when you're putting out something that's real thin like these glasses. This one is real big, so I imagine I left it slightly thicker than I usually do. But I usually shoot for like between 1.5 and 2.5 millimeter, like pretty thin generally for the globe portion. And the ring mold is definitely helps get large, thin shapes like that really, really clean.
Word. Now, are you giving it a little bit of a pull here to give it this nice shape? Is that what's happening?
Yes. Yeah, I make all the shapes. Blow out a sphere first, blow out a sphere, and then manipulate it into the final shape. So that was
Okay.
what I did there. I went up and tugged it down a little bit to give it this kind of chalice-esque.
And you just proceeded while there was still core heat from shaping the bubble. Is that what happened there?
Yeah. I let it set up a little bit, and then I put a little more heat into the middle to then tug it down.
Okay, gotcha.
And then I go right to my first for this part. Now I use a lynx for this, but
Okay. Is that the Herbie
yeah,
there? Is that the one you got?
I don't think it is. I
Smith?
think the Herbie. It's hard to see because I'm looking on the
Yeah, I
Hangouts
gotcha.
app, not on
Ooh, look at that.
Beautiful.
The double laser.
Those are, they go well 90% of the time. Sometimes they get a little squirrely, and there's a few things I can do to kind of correct. But if you do a flame pop and it doesn't go perfect, and you still have the other end right there, I would just flare it back out, reconnect, and do it again.
Okay.
Because it's very hard to correct mistakes if it's anything other than just a very little or something like that.
Right, like a little.
Especially this one. This is all really big.
Yeah, no, you did a good job. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like that one went well.
Yeah. Like you had both of those little torches just lasered up on a very, very specific spot. Were you using the Marver to orient yourself there as well, or?
So, no. What I'll do is I'll just use the very pin fire of the lynx torch, mostly just blue knob and very little to no green knob, and then use either now the lynx on the same hand torch in the same setting as what I use now, and just kind of line it right up with where it's heating it up. And sometimes if it's a little bit thicker, you're better off heating up that spot and tugging it down till it's real thin, taking the flame away and letting it set up again, and then bringing the flame back in. And then as soon as it starts to move, pop it. Just move the truck away as fast as possible.
Okay.
And if you hit the spot, it pops and doesn't leave any little dots or anything. If you do it just a little too cold, it'll sort of cellophane on you and stuff will stick to the glass. That sucks. Or if it's too hot, it will leave a big drip behind, which there's ways to pick off that drip carefully. It's almost a shame that it didn't happen because then I would have been a good demo.
Right. Yeah, totally. I'm with it though. Yeah, you can slice those off. How do you do that? Do you I imagine you tear it off with a rod?
Yeah, so I'll take a rod and I'll take a very small flame, and I'll very gently heat the little blob. Then take the flame away, touch a punchy to it, and then tug it out very slightly, and then maybe repeat that process like twice, and then just take off a certain amount of material, not all the way back to the lip, but just kind of estimate that will even it out, and then very carefully on both sides of it melt it back down enough, and then go back to running the machine with a big flame to melt the whole lip evenly. If you work on one spot too long, it'll create an imperfection that you won't be able to work out. Especially on these lips, the tops of these cups are very thin comparatively, so you can't do much to them. or
Okay.
you'll basically have to start over.
Yeah, it'll pull too much material around.
Yeah, there's just even if there's a little too much, or the worst one is actually if you tear off a little too much and there's not enough material there, it'll create like a divot that grows as you heat it back up,
Right.
and it'll become an obvious divot.
Sure.
A little more material is better than not enough, honestly.
Yeah, then you can pull it away and let it cook back, and hope for the next try to be as
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with it.
It's close enough, it'll flow back into it, and you can heat it up and let the lift thicken up a little bit and give yourself a little bit more room for the material to even out.
Gotcha. So play it safe when you're removing that material.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely a delicate thing. It's like you don't want to panic and just go, oh crap, I have to fix that, and like go too fast on it. You want to really take your time, because otherwise you'll be redoing the whole top.
Yeah. Very good. So now you just remove this thing here, and you're gonna let it cook back or whatever to a nice bottom.
Gonna cook the little bit in. So a good way to go about bottoming things that are similar when you have a really thick amount of material is I'll pull the handle out so that there's a very thin spot in the middle, and then I'll use the torch to heat the thick material around it, and it'll flow into the center and make the whole bottom kind of even and happy.
Nice.
Now I do this with a Lynx hand torch, so I have a lot more firepower to kind of melt that in with.
Sure, yeah. Get that thicker
But
glass
honestly,
really hot.
It work. It just takes way longer. You can see I'm kind of working that thick edge now with the Smith torch. But yeah, with the Lynx, I would just be blasting that thing, and it would have been done already probably.
Yeah, I'm with it. Well, dude, this cup is really cool. That was such a great demo, and it just hits on some really interesting ways to shape the glass and how you get these crisp looks. And yeah, man, that tip about sucking in a little bit when you're doing the Maria, I thought that was clutch. There's firework finale, y'all.
Nice. Oh man, I really hope we get to do this year. Or if not, we'll do it next year. So this was this year. Where was I? Somewhere to the left, right on the wall.
Yeah, this is Sean, and I think Stephen Geller even helped out now.
Yep, Steve is his firework apprentice.
Yeah. But this was like 20 minutes of this, guys. I only left a minute, but...
Oh, it was a minute long. And it's like a finale for most of it.
Yeah, it is.
This is the finale. There's no way this is just the middle of this, and it just keeps going.
The whole thing's the finale.
That was just the last minute, you guys. It goes on forever and ever.
How much of this is we cleaned it up the next day, and it was a lot.
Yeah, we've helped clean up a bunch of the stuff in some years. Some years we're helping with other things, but anyways, yeah, I thought I'd wrap that up with, man, the fireworks Sean puts on are just incredible. Guys, these companies you're seeing right now help me get to all these shows, man. Like, this is not a big money business. Like, we're still not even breaking even when you factor in all of the expenses, but we're close enough that, I'm not having panic attacks. So that all these companies are pitching in a bit every month to help make this whole thing possible and to give our industry what I think it deserves, which is an ESPN type of high quality coverage, cool shit like we just saw tonight that we can watch together and have a bit of a party too, and and enjoy one another's company for an hour or three. And these companies are helping me, do this party right and do something special for our industry. So just a moment out of our busy night or whatever to acknowledge them. Homies, go ahead and throw a number into the chat. 1 through 100. It looks like there's like 85 people watching right now. So throw that in. And guys, I have special bonus footage that I'm going to run while you guys put your numbers in, featuring my lovely co-host, Carrie, and the awesome Kate Burners from Bethlehem.
Full of grace.
I'm going to run this beautiful bean footage. Here we go. Now, this was in the same place where this demo was filmed. Just turn around, Here we are in the mess hall where they cook incredible meals for everyone. Huge shout out to the kitchen staff. And Melt doesn't fuck around. It's not like a normal summer camp. Like, it's real meals. Some nights steak, some nights crab legs, you know, crazy shit. Oh shit, Charlie from Stoked in the background. Huge shout outs to him. There it was, you guys. That was the athletic ladies of East Coast Melt.
Did you do any? Did you take footage of the dodgeball game?
We did actually, yeah.
Nice.
We did, and I don't know if I could pull it up right now. While everybody's getting their numbers in, I suppose that I very well could try and find it real quick. Let's see where we're at. We pulled some up last time, and we watched. Yeah, dude, we watched Blake get hit in the face like 8 times in a row last time we pulled this footage up. It's dangerous. All right, here we go. Here's dodgeball. Yeah, there's like 2 different camera perspectives, and we're gonna combine them into. Here we go.
Well, this is fantastic.
Oh, action, man.
We're watching you.
Oh, you're still watching me? Oh, that's right. Sorry.
But it
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like
All right, here we go. Here's Nick Astorino.
People took this seriously.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was.
Kate over there.
Oh shit,
Kate
Josh
took-
Williams in the
play
back.
hard.
See, Carrie's filming the other side. That's why I'm not switching the camera back and forth. See, I'm just filming this, and we're gonna combine them later.
This is
Yeah.
sick.
Sorry.
No.
All right. Skip ahead a little bit.
I played a few of these rounds. I'm in there somewhere. Blake is hard. That's not Blake. That's Todd.
Double hit on Todd. Oh man.
You saw Todd's mullet the other day?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's looking fresh.
I hope he. I don't think he's gonna, but I hope he does. But it's like a bunch of people who spend all day standing in one spot, just
Yeah.
all of a sudden like,
Yeah.
let's get drunk and just run around.
Yeah.
And then everybody's limping, like, oh my God. Everyone thinks they're gonna take it easy, and then as soon as that whistle blows, it's hype.
It's hype, yeah.
Because look, we all make a living with our arms. Oh, there's my doppelganger in the middle there, Chaka.
I was just saying that shit earlier. I was like, he kind of looks like Chaka.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
I swear.
Oh, Josh Williams says, please say you got the footage of me getting beamed in the face.
We have a lot of it. We left at a certain point because I was like, all right, we don't need 3 hours of this. I don't want to edit.
Probably.
Trying to get on with our evening.
Is that Hanoun in the background over there too?
That is.
Yeah,
Oh. Oh. Please be the part where Blake gets hit in the face.
yeah.
It'd be coming.
It's gotta be.
It's all wide open, walking around.
Yeah, he's way too wide open, man.
Front. I can
Begging
only
for
assume
it.
there's like one person left on the other side.
I think that might be the case here. Everybody's looking way confident.
Come and get
I
me.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he got him. I remember this. There was like one person on the other side, I think. But I guess they got him.
All right. Oh. Oh, it's Carrie and fucking Mama.
Oh, right.
Oh man,
She's all.
this homegirl is she's a character.
She is a character.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on here?
Come and get me. I think they called me for a toe over the line or something.
Got real.
Taunting you, Carrie.
Huh?
Oh. Yeah, she was staying out of your range. Look at Kate. Kate was
not messing around.
Kate was serious.
This was Kate's like nudge to start working out again. She's like, "Oh, I couldn't throw those hard enough."
So yeah, I'm gonna get these videos synchronized, and we'll be able to switch from side to side. Like
Nice.
here's
That would be
Carrie's.
health promotional video. I mean, if getting to throw dodgeballs at your favorite glass blowers doesn't get you to come out, I don't know what will.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Well said.
Absolutely no drunken footage here.
No, not at all.
Carrie,
This is a room full of sober adults throwing balls at each other.
At one point, Carrie just wandered away from the camera, like for no apparent reason.
I was playing dodgeball.
No, I mean, when you were just wandering around. All right. Oh. So yeah, see, we've got the throws. All right. Did everybody get their numbers in yet? Is that happened? I'm gonna assume it's happened because I want to give away some shit. Yo, we've got a sticker pack with the melt fucking koozie I've been saving. I gave away a lot of hot melt shit when we got back, but I've been saving some goodies. The fucking diesel sticker pack with a million fucking stickers, like those. And then I've got some fresh fucking Millie cane to throw in that pack. And then Carrie actually wanted to throw something into the pack too. This is a Carrie Strope original, y'all. Etched Dichro.
Dichroic pendant there for y'all.
Yeah. So we got a real special pack going out to somebody. Let's go ahead and pick a number for that. Random.org. All right, what did I say? 1 through 100? Because it was, yeah, it's like there must be a Fish concert tonight. I can always tell when our viewership is low. Shout out to Eric Goldschmidt and Piper Dan out there not tuning into our show. It's all good. I'm just playing. I don't blame him. All right, let's do this thing, man. Yo, click to the clack. 82. Do we have an 82? I don't see no 82. I don't see an 82. Let's keep clicking. 99. I like that. Ooh, I see that shit. Amos Martinez. Amos, would you please do me a favor and hit me up at mikemason@gmail.com. Shoot me your shipping address, please. Do it in the next 24 hours. I don't like to deal with giveaway shit a week later or whatever, so. And then let's go ahead and pick another number for a sticker pack, and then we're going to play some games. Anthony, you don't got to stick around for that if you don't want to, but if you want to play games with us, you're more than welcome. All right, 32.
I'll certainly keep the headphones in.
Okay, all right. 32. I do not see a 32.
I see no 32.
41. And these online games, you guys, if you're not familiar, I feel like most of you guys have been here the past few weeks. But if you've not, you'll need...
Somebody popped in earlier and was like, "Where are the games?" I was like, "Those aren't until later." And like, "Oh, right. Okay, well, I'll be back."
Patrick Forrestal, hit me with a shipping address, please, brother. And actually, I've totally forgot to put the thing back up, but you saw it. I mean...
86?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to put the thing up, but that is totally what was just picked. So you guys just got to trust me. It was Patrick Forrestal. Yeah, I've been sitting here picking numbers for a minute. I forgot to switch the thing, but whatever. It's the sticker pack. So you guys, please hit me at mikemason@gmail.com. I'm going to let you guys watch this amazing footage while I load up Steam again, and we'll get some games going.
So yeah, I cut Mike off the game thing. Sorry. Over at jackbox.tv.
Yeah, what should we play this time?
That's a good question. You'll need 2 controllers. I don't know if we've got anybody with
Let's go with bracketeering right out the gate.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Bracketeering has been a lot of fun. All right, where is it? Come on. Let's go. What's it doing? Oh, here it goes. All right. What?
Yeah, you'll need two screens. Those screens could be two windows on your computer. It could be a TV and a phone. So one of those screens is going to be streaming YouTube that has the games, and then the other screen is going to be your controller. So you'll go to jackbox.tv, and we'll have a room code where you can join in. These games have room for the audience to play as well. So if you don't make it in, join in as the audience, and you can throw some votes around and see how it works at the very least. So maybe you can pop in on the next game or...
Yep. This one's a lot of fun. All right. I'm in. I keep forgetting to make my name Sex. Damn it. Because you only get 3 letters in this one.
All right, so the room code is up there in the top there, GZMU. So guys, get over to jackbox.tv.
Is it too late for me to get out? Damn it. And then would become the... Alright, some players here loading in. If your thing isn't completely in real time, I need to drag your YouTube cursor over or whatever it'll be. Make sure you're fully live watching the show. We don't want to be even a few seconds behind. But your controller is always true to the game, so keep that in mind. Always be looking at your controller. That will be in real time. The stream could lag at times, but you know. Man, alright, we're kicking ass. Got a lot of players in. Give it a few more seconds and we'll start this off. Alright, looks like everybody's in. Let's do this.
3, 2, 1.
We've got big fun waiting to be unleashed. We'll be posing some of life's most important questions. Your answers will be paired off in a no-holds-barred tournament. And your votes will determine which answers advance in the bracket. As we whittle down to our championship winner,
how to destroy
this
or
is
lose.
bracketeering. I'm sending the topic of our first bracket to your devices now. The most inappropriate place or situation for boxed wine.
Everywhere.
Enter your answers now. Type in the best answer you can think of and hit send. If your answer wins the entire bracket, you'll be rolling in moolah. By the way, you can join the audience and play along by going to jackbox.tv and entering the room code. Time's running out. Your answers are being paired off into one-on-one matchups. That means it's time to introduce ourselves to the prediction table. On your device, you'll see one of the upcoming matchups for this bracket. If you can predict the answer that will get the most votes, you'll earn some sweet moolah. Oh, and don't forget, if you think your own answer is destined to lose, you can still get cash by predicting the correct winner.
I took too long trying to figure out the most
Time's running out.
Celebrity that died. But
What?
I know.
Oh, prediction
I know,
table
'cause then it'll
time
be at
is
their funeral.
up. It's time to
Oh,
dive
I
into
see.
our first bracket.
Okay.
Oh boy! Use your device to vote on which you think deserves to win.
No, I think McDonald's
With
is
in
the...
mind,
pretty
you
good.
can change your vote.
The craps table is kind of one of the places you're supposed to drink.
The clock is running out on voting time.
Put a box of wine.
I don't care. I mean, they want your money. You drink whatever you want.
True.
That
true,
match
okay.
had more comebacks than Liza Minnelli.
I ended up at first I gave up the round.
And that answer pays out 20 prediction winners.
Damn.
Next up, Two Titans squaring off.
Well, there's already wine at church.
Yeah, I know. I gotta go with
mean,
Congress.
It couldn't hurt at Congress, quite honestly.
Oh,
I mean, it might actually make it
Yeah. I think
easier
that's
to watch.
what Ted Kennedy was known for.
Yeah.
Only a few seconds
Oh,
left to
really?
vote.
Yeah.
Bernie's gotten his water bottle.
That was a real nail biter.
I am asking you for another shot of Jameson.
Why don't we see what's going on the other side of the bracket? It's a bracket like this that truly makes this game the sport of kings.
Do you know how offensive it would be at a beer-only event to be walking around with some
And
shitty-ass
upset in
box
the
wine?
making.
The audience has got this way wrong.
Just running out the clock now.
Damn.
Oh, that win was so big you could
Maybe
hear
I'm
it
just
in the next
taking it
state
personally
over.
because I drank box wine at all my kids' musicals.
Oh, did you?
And now our last two contenders face off.
How do they do it? They gotta do it online.
Yeah. You gotta go to jackbox.tv.
Yeah, if they got
I thought it would be
if they
this
got their
close.
phones, just have them go to jackbox.tv and enter that room code
This might be a
GZMU.
photo finish.
This round they're in for the audience, but the
That
next
had more
game
dangerous
they can
swings
get
than
an
an
extra player
abandoned
too.
playground. Before we get on to round two, it's time to make another prediction.
Some good answers, you guys. It's just fun.
You've got a new matchup waiting for you on your device. Predict the one you think is going to win.
Man, that craps table was such a strong choice. I'm tempted to not go against it. Everybody was like, you fucking
The
can't
predictions
do that, man.
are in. Let's jump back to our bracket for round two.
Toss right out of the casino.
There is no love lost between these two.
Damn, everybody expects a lot of their leaders here on Torch Talk.
The lead keeps changing hands.
We actually once had a presidential candidate on the show. Some of you guys might remember.
This one seems
We
like
had
it's over
Vermin
before it's
Supreme
done.
on the show. It's the
Big
only
win,
politician we
Daddy
officially
likes.
support.
Reg is asking why nobody picked your first AA meeting.
One more match to
That's a
determine
good
our
one.
finals.
That's good.
Josh Williams said you made him spit out his water when you said you drank box wine at your kid's musical.
The winner starts to emerge.
If you're not drinking out of a box of wine while you shit on the job, are you really taking advantage of your breaks?
Who'll come out on top?
The the
Well,
terroir
pet me with dead
on
fish
this
and call
one
me worthless. We've
is
got a
very
winner.
earthy.
I assume those terms are something wine drinkers know.
I actually know what
And
that
now we
is.
finally decide what is the most inappropriate place or situation for boxed wine.
Anthony, I'm having trouble hearing you, homie, to be clear. Otherwise, yeah. Damn, Congress of the Child's musical.
I am on
Definitely
the edge
Congress.
of my seat.
Children's musicals are
one's
painful,
looking
you
over.
guys. I mean, you know, you just gotta pretend you're into it for your kid.
We have our first winner.
My musical was awesome in 6th grade.
That's because you were involved.
That was one hell of a bracket. Let's see how the scores shook out.
All right, good job, everybody. That was fucking funny. I apparently entered my answer too late. So,
Aw.
It's time for the blind,
Blind
bracket.
bracket. All
We
right.
start with just the category. Name any food item. Go ahead and write the
Name
first thing
any
that comes to
food item,
mind.
huh?
We'll see the real bracket title after the answers are all in.
Boom.
Time's running out.
Can I get another beer in 5 seconds? Damn.
No, but I could get one for you.
Let's see what this bracket is really about. Best food to buy at a dirty gas station. Hopefully we can all survive this one
Oh
together.
my gosh.
Time to get in those predictions.
This would be good. Oh.
Oh, not a Wawa's.
Man, whoever put CBD for their name was thinking.
Right?
I didn't know you only get 3 things.
The predictions
It was
are
probably my
in.
dog Richard, but you know.
Starting things off.
I don't know
Could this
about
be a blowout?
sweet potatoes at a gas station.
The struggle is real. An epic
Dirty
showdown.
gas station. At least the sweet potato's probably been fried.
The peach tune, I feel like I
That
can
gave
wash
me
it up.
goosebumps.
Well, it is practically felt on the outside, which is extra gross.
The Corona peach.
Moving on to our next matchup.
Okay. Carnivores out there today.
Is that like sex trafficking or something, you know? Like,
Right? That's what I'm thinking. What's going on in the back?
Really going back and forth. This one's going down to the wire.
too many people in our audience who want to buy a human.
That battle gave me whiplash.
You're not allowed to do that, guys. Come on.
They just want to eat a human.
I see that, but you're buying it at a gas station to eat, so now it's sex trafficking.
Okay.
Or,
right.
or like,
Let's see what tensions are mounting over
Okay,
cannibal
yeah,
trafficking.
Okay, I get it. Yes.
These answers
Oh,
exchanged some
man.
harsh words at the press conference.
Well, bubble trash isn't really food.
Yeah, I don't want to eat bubble trash, period, let
struggle
alone
is
from a gas
real.
station. It's all dirty.
Glass, but
Man,
This one
ouch.
seems like it's over before it's done.
Damn.
It doesn't get any closer than that.
all right,
I'm gonna start selling bubble trash at my gas station. That's all I'm
No
gonna
one
say.
could have predicted this one.
Go get a refill.
It's time to round out the bracket with this vicious matchup.
Oh, there's a beer in here. All right. I brought a beer in earlier and forgot about it. It's kind of warm, but I'm gonna drink it anyways.
Just running out the clock now.
Kumquat. Somebody from Australia or some shit.
That victory will not require a recount, but I'm not allowed to talk about politics. Before we get on to round 2, it's time to make another prediction.
Man, clearly you guys are a bunch of dirty human traffickers, so I gotta predict that's gonna win.
Time's running out. That's time at the prediction table. Let's jump back to our bracket for round 2. The first batch of votes are here.
looks like Anthony's headphones
I
have
am on
hit
the edge
the
of my seat.
trash bucket, so he did bounce.
This one. Get out of the way.
Just want to take a moment to thank him for joining us, man. That demo was shit hot. And that was a lot of fun, too, having the homie with us. So, yeah. But back to the game.
This could be the answer to beat, but let's check out the competition. This is one for the ages. Will we see a final push? A dramatic swing in the votes.
All right.
And now the definitive matchup. What is the best food to buy at a dirty gas station?
I only buy people at
A
gas
clear
stations.
front runner. This one's looking over. Put that one in the win column. Let's check out that scoreboard.
Human, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
And now for the bracket you've all been
Triple
waiting for.
blind.
The
No,
triple
blind. It's like
bracket.
triple blown.
This bracket will change every single round. Here's your starting category. Name any weapon. Who knows what crazy twists and turns this bracket will take?
A weapon, eh?
Damn. All right, I'm in this game. I'll be right back.
Right.
Time's running
So
out.
I think Anthony skipped out a little while ago because his microphone wasn't quite working, and he was getting back to work anyway. And I know they had us up on the big TV
Let's
there,
see
so if
what
they're
we're
still
dealing
watching, I
with.
just wanted to give them another
Which
shout
weapon
out.
would
and
you
say
have
thanks
if
for
you were the
joining
new
us, and
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
I'm glad
Time
you
to get
you
in
guys
those
are all here
predictions.
too and enjoying game night. How many people are still here? Still
All
4
cash is
people
doubled
playing
this
games with
round,
us?
so make these
Thanks.
choices count.
Thanks for hanging out, making it a good night. Your mic coming.
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah, we could hear you coming.
Really?
Yeah, totally. Someone's asking if
Time's
you have any
running
footage
out.
of sight fume tech.
Any what?
Time's
Sight
up at the
fume
prediction
tech?
table.
I'm not sure.
It's go
SIT,
time.
I've not heard of it.
Oh, it doesn't get more contentious than
Ooh,
this.
Order the nail in it. Vicious. Unpolished blow tube.
Okay,
Reminds
I
me of
like
the
that.
film I saw this week.
That's a winner.
This one
But I
seems
think
like
I've
it's
got
over
the one
before
that's going to
it's
top
done.
that.
Uh-oh.
It's in the same vein, though.
Ghost.
You would never put an unpolished blow tube against what I proposed.
Uh-oh.
Next up,
I'm just imagining like using like Shayla as a weapon.
Okay.
an upset in the making.
Not sure how, but alright.
Because she's
Get those
Windstar
last
Glass,
second votes in now.
and you just have to like swing her around or like
We've
push her
got
into
a
people. I don't
tie.
know.
Tap on your device as fast as you can to cheer for your answer.
Okay. I don't know that I can quite see that, but
I mean, I'm not saying it would be ideal, but it's an option. So.
Okay, all right.
The tie has been broken. Finally, we can go on with our lives. Let's see what's happening over on the other side of the bracket.
More unpolished blow tubes.
A clear
Fat
favorite.
dong.
Oh no.
Oh goodness. It'd be pretty dope if there was a Ninja Turtle that just had hand grenades.
Just running out the clock now.
I can't do it. It's not fair to the other one. Why do we gotta have
That's
unpolished
a
blow
salty
tube versus unpolished blow
asparagus.
tubes? That's a clear victory because you got 2 of them versus 1.
One of them's unpolished, the other one's unpolished.
What?
It's time
One
to
of them's like
round out the
Polish,
bracket
you
with
know?
this
It's like not
vicious
like Ninja
matchup.
Poland.
I see.
No one thought it would be this close.
Glass shards slice you right up.
Only a few seconds left to vote.
Dude, a hot punny ain't shit. What's the Ninja Turtle gonna do? Keep fucking hitting it
A
with the
seesaw
torch to keep
battle
it
if
hot?
I ever saw
It
one.
doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Whoever picked that is disqualified from sticker packs. I'm just playing, but
Was there only one person?
Let's switch up this bracket. Scariest name for your prison cellmate. Get those
God.
predictions in now.
unpolished blow tube. That's one of the options. Hell yeah, unployished. Oh damn. If your dude's name was unpolished blow tube, just the possible connotation of being blown, you know, is like, It means I'm gonna have some kind of unpolished oral sex experience? No.
It's kind of
Time's
scary.
running out.
They're not even thinking about glass in there.
So TJ,
That's
during the
time
demo,
on the prediction table. Let's jump back to our bracket for
Anthony
round
was
2.
using the lathe from Sean's shop, Coexist Gallery. You say it was a victory? Was that what it was?
It's a Vertigo. Made by Covington.
All right. I don't remember seeing. I don't remember the one
This
that he had
one's
in his
looking
shop.
over.
I don't remember if we asked him that earlier or not. I know we saw it for a
Fork
second.
a stick in
while he
me,
was on
I am
camera.
done.
Everybody smash that like button. There's
Cricket's
46
one
of you
match
watching
away
and
from our
46
finals.
likes, so hopefully it's
What?
not the same 46.
47 and 47 is what I see. That's awesome.
Votes are incoming.
Hot punny is much funnier, actually.
This one seems like it's over before it's done.
Let me
Get hot
introduce
honey,
you
you
to
know where that's been.
your cellmate.
That was a slaughter.
Hot punny.
One final switcheroo. Best weapon to use as a vibrator, if you had to. I hope your answers still make sense.
Hot
And
honey,
now the final
yeah.
face-off.
Here's a 403.
An early favorite emerges. The lead keeps changing hands.
Well,
Just running out the clock now.
Hot punny is a good one for this. I gotta give it up.
yeah,
I would be terrified if they were like, yeah, your dude's name is Hot
A lot
Punny.
is not getting it.
I don't know about this. It's tough. It's tough.
But who walked away with the top score?
All right, so congratulations to the winners there.
Yep.
You all in the audience have been waiting to hop in. This is where we're gonna.
Yeah, this is where we play a new game. And we're out of this. All right, whoever won, yo, MikeMason@gmail.com. Hit me up for the sticker pack. And yo, again, I wanted to take a moment to thank Anthony for joining us. His headset crapped out in the middle of the game or whatever, so that's why it was all of a sudden like, I feel like I hear the homie making a joke, but I can't hear it or whatever. But yo, huge props to him. That was such an awesome demo. Like, that was tight. Like, if you're a lathe user trying to achieve those shapes that he shared, that was fucking gold. And that was a blast too, man. That was super fun. So I wanted to just send a thanks out to the Ether. Anthony probably won't watch this part of the show, but for all of us, thank him or whatever. I don't know. Let's definitely play another game. And yeah, whoever just won that shit, definitely hit me. I got you on a sticker pack. Lots of sticker packs. The homie was like, yo, everybody should help the post office. I'm not sure about that, but I like the idea. I use the post office a lot, and they're all fucked up because, not to get political, it seems like they're not getting any help, though, man. We're bailing out airlines fucking $30 billion, and we can't do nothing but, like, give them a $10 billion loan, which is not even what they need. So the idea was that everybody goes and buys a sheet of stickers, and I use these like 2-ounce stamps when I mail out for prizes, and if you buy one on my store, it's like you pay more for shipping, but it comes in a nice bubble mailer and all that. But for prizes, we mail them out in an envelope, which is fine, don't get me wrong. But anyways, I go through those 70-cent stamps like it ain't no thing. And why were we talking about this again?
Support the post office.
Support the post office. That's right. So yeah,
Wieners.
We got more sticker packs to give away. Let's move on to a new game, though. Get out of this game.
All right, so get over to jackbox.tv with your second screen.
What game should we play, though? There's all these games.
That murder room always seems like a good one, doesn't it?
It does, but I don't know, man. Fibbage? When we make up lies for each other?
Fibbage was pretty good, yeah.
Let's do Fibbage.
All right.
Here we go.
I think there's like 16 players and then the audience as well. Is this the one?
I like it.
All right, so if you want to be a player, get ready for your room code here. DZGR at jackbox.tv. There's 8 players. And then audience members. So I'll let you all pop in before I snag a spot. Otherwise, I'm happy in the audience.
Yo, I'm gonna upgrade this game's winning to like a pack with Millie and some extra dank shit. I don't even know what it is yet. Maybe some pins, whatever. But yeah, I really appreciate, like, there's apparently about 40 or 50 of y'all who stick around for game time, and I fucking love it. If we could get 50 of us in a room in an event to play these games together, it would be the best thing ever. And it's like the second best thing ever that we're able to do it right here. Maybe the best thing ever. I don't know. It's nice. There's something different when we can all get together, you know what I mean, in person. Maybe I'm just deprived of it right now, so I'm, nostalgic, but I'm really appreciate that we can all do this together, man, and have this fucking party, whether there's coronavirus or not.
25,000 days away from retirement. Hey, 8 players. That's 7 future losers. Oh, and anyone else who wants to get in can be in the audience. You can vote on decoy answers to trip up the players, and you get to take a shot at guessing the truth. Let's do this. This is round 1, where you'll get 500 points for fooling the other players with your lies. And you'll get a cool 1,000 for finding the truth. Select a category.
The homies into the chat are on to the post office. They're all hammered down, and it's all political. I don't even want to get like that on the show, Y'all guys in the chat are probably right.
South Korean contraceptive
but I still bought a sheet of stamps to help them out.
They're
broke. Everybody's broke.
After the government lifted a 62-year-old ban on blank. Now, use your device to enter a bluff that might just fool your fellow players into thinking it's the truth. If you're stuck, for half the points, you can hit the Lie For Me button and get a suggestion. Do it now.
Gonna lie to y'all.
Oh my.
Carrie can't hear the music, so she doesn't know how perfectly I'm singing along. Let's play it. We're trying to figure out how to do a karaoke show.
Hurry,
Because,
use the lie for me button if you're stuck.
I know I shouldn't even talk about it yet, but there's like a secret chat thing we have going on. So
Secret chat.
secret chat,
So here
secret
are
chat.
your choices. Look for the truth and tap
Way.
it on your device.
Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff there.
Mm-hmm. Lead toys, eh?
Of course.
62-year ban on adultery.
And what did people pick? Nice fibbing.
He gotcha. Oh, you got me.
Got you, baby. That's all I really cared about.
Now I want to know what the answer is.
Believe
Come
it or
on,
not.
toilet paper? Wow,
And what a
adultery.
rise it was!
What? It really was? Wow.
Thought about it, but I just
Penis.
seemed like that seemed kind of. All right, that's all it took.
Well, I guess at least they're practicing safe sex while they betray their partners.
Yes, yes.
I get to
All
pick
right,
a
choose a
category. This is
category.
awesome. Facebook contest for sure.
Okay, focus up. In 2015, Mexican politician Renato Tronco Gomez offered the winner of a Facebook contest the unique honor of serving
Take
as
note of
his
this.
blank.
Interesting.
Type in your lies now.
Wow.
Hurry up. Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, look for the truth and pick it.
Uh-huh. His blunt roller. That's a good one.
Oh my. I sense a theme with the concubine answer there.
Mm.
Adultery, concubines.
All right, that's how me and Carrie met.
Yes, I won the Facebook contest.
Yep. Yep, and here she is.
Okay, let's take a look.
Executioner, huh?
Clickety clack. Drugs get trapped. Okay.
Back hair plugger. Drift's got you again.
Motherfucker. He's good. He's good, guys. He's good. Careful with that.
Story toast.
But who
Would you
fooled the
believe-
fooler? Oh.
Must have at
Body
least
double.
5 years experience looking exactly like Renato Tronco Gomez.
That's a pretty limited contest.
Yeah, right?
Only enter if you look just like this Mexican guy.
Give me a category.
Better pick kinks.
And the question is, to promote a 2002 video game, Acclaim offered $10,000 to anyone who would blank. Write your lies now.
Hmm. 2002, huh?
Hurry, hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. All right, pick the truth.
Oh my.
Name their child Turok. I'm going with that. That should make me laugh.
So who is Turok?
He was like the dinosaur hunter.
In Mortal Kombat or?
No, it was a one-off video game.
Okay.
Maybe he had a sequel, I don't know.
Okay, what did everyone pick?
This motherfucker. I can't believe, too, you picked this. Richard, goddamn it. Got you, player!
Oh.
Finally!
Heck.
Oh, how the turntables.
Oh.
Bam!
Turok
That's hilarious.
or
Okay,
not
I was
Wow.
That is the question.
like, it's either the truth or one of you guys has a great sense of humor about a barely remembered game from back then.
I mean, that's not so bad. If you win $10,000, there's like.
Yeah, alright, the rich get richer. Let's do this.
Get ready for round 2, where all the points are doubled. Time to pick a category.
Florida violence.
Okay, we don't have all day. Let's see how this strikes you. The last letter Beatles guitarist George Harrison ever sent was to comedian Mike Myers, wherein he asked him for a blank. Okay, enter your lies.
Okay. Groovy baby.
Write something quick or use the lie for me button. All right, find the truth.
A good nickname.
Cameo and Shrek. Picture with Austin Powers. These are good.
Mm-hmm. These are good. It's my dream.
I like that he would have to ask him for a mini-me doll.
I love this part.
Could you please hook me up with one of them dolls, right? Like, that dude's rich as hell. Why the fuck would he have to ask for a doll? But it makes me laugh.
There were none ever made. Apparently, it makes what?
Sadly, he didn't live to see the Love Guru.
Okay.
What? What? I don't even remember there being a mini-me doll. Like, was this like some kind of Tickle Me Elmo shit where it was hard to get?
I think maybe
What
there
the
just
fuck?
wasn't
It's
one
just
ever
in from
made.
Hollywood.
So he was he just was hoping there was like a doll? What?
I need a mini me doll.
Celebrity tweet. In February
Where is my
2017,
boy Joe
Zach Braff tweeted about
fail
fellow actor
to tell us
Jeffrey
what's up with his
Tambor,
doll thing?
greatest
I need my
blank
doll
ever.
expert.
Enter your lies now.
Zach Braff.
Okay, Zach Braff. That's the dude who was like played the apple in the no Zach. He's a motherfucker on a hospital show.
All right. Well, Jeffrey Tambor. That's George Blue.
Yeah, he was that motherfucker on what's the show? Scrubs.
I have a picture of somebody, but I'm not sure if it's actually that person. He kind of looks like
Finish quick, or just hit the lie for me button.
from Friends.
I was thinking of Dr. Lexus.
I don't know.
Initially, Justin Long.
All right, where's the truth?
Greatest.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Butt dial, huh?
Greatest butthole ever. That is what I tweeted about Carrie. I got into
Sorry.
trouble with my Twitter account, so it's true.
It wasn't greatest blowjob.
Also, that I tweeted that as well. I forgot to pick a fucking thing.
Let's see
Damn it!
what
I was too
everybody
busy joking
selected.
about fucking tweeting about my girlfriend. Damn it! Damn, he got
Good
y'all
line
players.
there, well
Wow. Which was it for real? I didn't even pick one. I'm so dumb.
I'm gonna say transvestite.
Well, you fucked up because that was my lie. So.
Was it really?
Yup. Because he played a transvestite in that one show, so I thought it would be pretty plausible.
know
And
he
sure
did.
enough, I
I know.
suckered you in.
There you go. You did.
But I
You
don't think
guys
everybody
blew
else
it.
knows enough about transvestite shows, so
Butt dial. It was butt dial. I said
didn't-
butt
but-
dial.
you didn't actually pick it, baby.
No, I didn't. I picked transvestite.
Yeah, I know, but it didn't say anybody picked
I
it.
bet it would be a great butt dial, though. He's
Now
probably,
Richard Hazer's in the lead. Get out of here with that.
probably
Okay,
really good
pick a
at.
You're going down, homie. I love you, but you're going down.
Watch out, Richard.
I'm just playing, but
Richard invited us to
No,
invited
please,
us
allow
out to the
me.
Dream Station when this all
All right, here it is.
when this.
During an interview with Charlie Rose, Mikhail
Era that we're living
Gorbachev
in.
revealed that Ronald Reagan once told him the
Loosens
Cold
up.
War could be put on hold if blank. All right, type in your lies.
damn.
In
Homie
case
just wanted some McDonald's.
Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, where's the truth?
Chinese survivors. Yes, back in the day when the pandemic meant that you didn't have to worry about another country attacking you. Weed was legalized.
All right, let's see what everybody picked.
Oh, you got me again. No way.
Thank God aliens invaded in 1991, or that war would still be going on today. It's time for the final fibbage. One last question, and it's worth triple. Good luck. In 2017, a museum in Manitoba introduced a new exhibit featuring two robotic dinosaurs that both blank and blank. Type in your lies now.
Bam, I'm in.
That's fast.
It was. I had a very clear vision about what these dinosaurs were doing.
I guess.
Fucking and coming.
Josh and chat looked up the mini me doll.
So what now?
I said Josh and chat looked up the mini me doll.
Is it a real thing?
Mm-hmm.
So, was it popular at that time, or?
I mean, it must have been, right? Unless George Harrison had, like, knowledge that nobody else did.
Okay, find the truth.
Blue and use their marver. Okay, like a platypus and dinosaur ass.
Whoa!
Breathed and smelled. Walked and flew. Shit and pissed. Fart and pee. Tweet and post on Facebook. Walk and talk.
Oh,
And
my.
ate and pooped.
So many good answers.
I know.
Which one could it be?
I like tweet and post on Facebook. That makes me laugh.
It sounds,
It sounds like some dumb shit they do to have to get the kids these days.
All right, let's see what you guys picked.
He like tweets a picture of you and shit, you know?
Yeah. I think you might have got me there. No.
And it was also...
Great minds, great minds.
Was that planned?
Yes.
Damn, man, my boy's on a tear. It's gonna be hard to do anything about this. I guess you get a sticker pack. I'm just playing, homie. Much love, dude. We gotta get you, like, on the show just chilling with us and shit here in one of these upcoming episodes, man. I'm not certain I want to go back to, like, you know, like 6 of us at once. But I feel like we could have a homie or, you know, like, man, like some of these OGs have been with us from the back in the day.
Fart and pee, what?
Jump in the fireside chat, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I think that's a great idea. I was just gobsmacked by
Gotcha.
the actual...
Damn, a definitive victory from my boy. All right, get at me, man. I got you a sticker pack. Just hit me with that address. And he took the light crown. Damn, dude, this is a just stomping victory. We were too good at lying to us. This is crazy. All right. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got other games to play. I don't know what to play. No, go back. What's happening?
Fun, but let's see how many people are still. I mean, there's still 8 people wanting to play. There are 29 people with us now.
Yeah, there's still 30 people. That's like if there were 30 people with us chilling in a room to play games, it would be the best thing. All right, here we go. Back to the party pack. All right, what else? We have other options here. Does anybody want to draw? There's a drawing game. We haven't played this yet. Got to make murals all over the town.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe we'll have to experiment with that one. Maybe some night or day we can.
What do we do?
These games and just invite whoever.
I feel like we should do it. Here we go.
All right, cool.
It's going down.
MikeMason@gmail.com, Richard. MikeMason@gmail.com. All right, this sounds interesting. I'm curious to know how this works on different devices. So, room code RWOT.
Whoa.
Sounds like you guys are going to be drawing a Doodle Valley beautification project.
That was tight. We can draw. It might be easier on the phone because you can draw with your finger and stuff. I gotta use the mouse.
Right? Well, this
That's
way.
pretty much what my handwriting looks like
I was
anyway.
gonna say, they've given you a handicap.
Yeah, you can see that people on phones or something must have thicker handwriting because mine's like, I got the fucking tight Sharpie.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, here we go. Oh, never mind. It's replacing it with their real writing. Hello, I'm a drawing. Okay.
Hello, I'm in the audience. Hello.
Hello. Oh, all right, everybody's in. Here we go.
2, 1.
Here we go.
Well, hello. Welcome to Doodle Valley. Try our famous local delicacy, the cheese warbler.
Mind
It's
your own
canned cheese
beeswax
spread on a
making
live
studio.
bluebird. Thank you all for volunteering or being unwillingly enlisted to participate in our town beautification initiative. Remember, non-volunteers can still make a difference by joining the audience. The mayor wants to turn all of the boring, blank walls in the town into wholesome community art projects. Isn't that right, Mr. Mayor?
That's right, Francis.
That's not my name, sir.
And I know just where to start. Right here.
As you can see, this mural is already in progress. The city council was supposed to agree on what to paint, but this is as far as they got before their 11-month recess.
How can you not finish something you start, you know? It's like you start it and then you...
We believe in a little thing called democracy around here. So I'll let two of you make additions to the drawing, and your fellow volunteers will vote on who made it better. Oh, and I'm keeping you on a short timer to make sure you don't overthink it.
Okay, volunteers, ready, still ready, and ready.
Oh boy.
Let me go.
While these two are drawing,
feel dung
the rest
about
of you can
this.
express your feelings about their work with the buttons on your device.
I see a
I
torch
like the
flame. What do you
vegetable
mean?
one.
That's what I saw too, actually. I was gonna make it
Time's
into a
running
torch,
out.
but
Finish up quick.
what are you guys doing? This is bullshit.
Oh, it's so hard to choose. Luckily, I don't have to. You do.
So vote already.
Wow, I really don't know who to choose here. I'm very torn.
You know, I wonder if the lag time.
No, I don't think so. I think these homies were just like, this game is stupid, we're out.
I don't know.
Moment of truth. The polls are closed.
Not so fast, Delilah.
What happened,
Each
guys?
match, I'll choose a different emoticon, and I'll give out a bonus to the drawing that earned the most of them. This time, the bonus goes to the drawing with the most poops.
The people have spoken. Okay, let's see what you two can do.
Uh-huh.
Go.
Well, this game's really not very cool if everybody just walks away. All right, here we go. Oh, somebody's actually drawing. This is amazing. Two people are drawing. This is great.
Yeah, I think you guys gotta watch your devices because I do think the lag time takes away from your drawing time.
Yeah, you gotta watch your device. That's definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
Vote away.
What? Look, they're doing the same damn thing.
Oh, isn't that cute?
That is cute. What is this? Like, unless that's like a rabbit with his dick out. Not as cute.
Okay. All right.
Here we go. add in the audience.
Audience was feeling that rabbit with his dick out vibe.
This time, the bonus goes to the most confusing drawing, which to me is all of them.
FYI, I voted for the
Wonderful.
flower. I thought
Now
that flower
you two
was
get
very
to add
cute.
something. Let's keep
Yeah,
the
me
civic
too.
pride rolling. Go.
What, you had to keep drawing on the other people's shit?
Awesome. It's a community drawing. Confusing, huh? There we go. That's exactly that one. We all knew it was coming.
My child. Bless
Oh
thee.
God!
It's voting time.
Wow, that is a muscular rabbit.
Got that one ball hanging low, yo.
Okay, count them up. Toss those audience votes in. Next up, go.
All right, so get on your device now and add to this lovely drawing. Well.
It's voting time.
I just saw that torch. Nice.
Yeah, he's operating it with his penis.
So yeah, make sure you're watching your device screen because that's going to tell you when you need to draw or
I love
vote.
this part.
If you're watching the
Audience?
live stream, you might miss your turn. You might miss the chance to vote.
Nobody move. I think our painting is complete. But it still needs a title. Use your device to suggest one.
Clearly, this audience has never operated a torch with their penis. That's all I gotta say.
Suggest the title.
Find the title that speaks to you and
Wait.
vote.
Rock out with the cock out bunny. Nice.
Mike at home. Oh, that's a good one. I gotta go with that. That's definitely playing to at least 1/8 of the crowd.
Wait, is your camera running?
Is the camera on?
What did the audience think?
Man.
Okay, time for the big reveal.
Nice.
Huh.
It's
Some
wondrous.
truly wonderful community art.
Let's take this community spirit to a new part of town.
How about here?
I've got a good feeling about this
All right,
one.
Kelvin and Dot Stack.
Go. Time's running out. Hurry up and finish.
This game's the best.
It's voting time.
I don't even know. I'm so torn. I've never faced a harder decision in my life.
I'm gonna say,
sorry, I mean, one is better, but two has a penis,
Rack
so...
up those votes. And of course, the audience's voice must be heard.
Crowd just doesn't appreciate a good fucking drawing with a penis.
No, it's kind of hard with the voting.
Up next.
Oh, I'm up? Alright, what's happening here? Oh, I gotta add to this thing? Okay, gotcha, well... Tiger, you know.
Vote away.
Turned into Joe Exotic. What the hell? Did one person turn the one drawing into the other?
Let's count those votes. Plus the audience.
Alright, we're in the Gazamer Zane. Clearly I got some Joe Exotic fans in the house.
Next. Go.
Wait, what? Oh man, they both gotta start with this one. I don't remember him having any fucking boogers coming out of his nose.
Time to vote.
This. They should have just given him a speech bubble that said "fuck China Glass" or something if he really wanted to wrap this up.
Let's see how that shook out. And the audience?
Ooh.
Man, I'm not even sure I understood what happened over there, though.
Next on deck. Go!
These look the same.
They are. You start with the winner of the last round.
All right.
There we go. Now we're talking. Wait. There we go. Now he's a killer.
Achievement, huh?
I think he's getting a tattoo of Calyx Ann on his arm.
Vote away.
That's what I see.
That looks like it. Yeah.
Carrie's like, I choose two then.
That one works for me. Is that right all night?
Rack up those votes.
My baby and her fans.
Toss those audience votes in.
He likes it because I regulate.
That's what I hear.
Keep him in check.
This piece is just screaming for a good title. Let's give it one.
Temper name.
This would have been a very different game if we'd gone with that one. Just
Now
had
vote
to
for
have
your
the big
favorite.
giant dong sticking out, you know?
Oh gosh. Are they listening to us?
Scribble ass book man.
Oh,
That was my nickname in college.
Put in.
What did the audience think? Oh no, a tie! I'm not trained for this.
Now, Persephone. As mayor, I get to break all the
Take after
ties.
Burning Man.
How about I pick this one?
Damn, that was
Oh
capricious.
boy, let's see it. I'm glad we decided not to put it in a dark alley.
What?
What's next on the agenda, sir?
Gonna have to
I got a
disconnect this one
special
right at
treat
the end.
for our budding
'cause I might
artist,
not win.
Geraldine.
That's not.
Sorry, guys. The game
Your
reset.
art
We'll
is
never know who
amazing.
won,
Next
but you know,
commission
based on my
your
track
work.
record,
One that'll hang in the town hall.
Cash for seeds, gold for less.
Everybody brace yourselves, because you're all drawing at once this time.
I want to fill the town hall with portraits of our fine citizens. And just flip through the old Doodle Valley phone book. There you go, a fine subject for our portrait.
But that's just a name. We need to know what they look like.
Ah, you remember, they're the second cousin, twice removed, and then put back once more. Of the
I'm not
lady
totally
who
sure what
worked
he's getting
back
at, but
the
let's just start by drawing some
factory
eyes.
that was
Any
next
eyes
to
you
the
want.
auto detailer that once was the plant that made the cow sweat.
Interesting eyes going on here.
somebody just drew a red max. Instead, just draw the eyes. I mean, you're not supposed to draw the whole fucking face yet.
Can I be
Too late.
honest? I love them all.
Faces
But
drawn.
let's vote anyway.
Of course, I gotta vote for the damn red max, but come on now.
Right?
This is by China guy. Come on, that's the exact opposite of what's playing in the crowd. Is this like one of the Lucha Libre masks and shit?
Audience?
So they just tell you to draw the eyes and everybody
Next,
fucking draws
how
a
about
bunch
a
of
nose?
fucking dicks and shit. What are we supposed to
Good
draw
luck
now? The
drawing
nose?
And there's already. Oh, God. How does everybody have a penis to draw a nose on now?
And vote.
Bob Snodgrass is a penis.
What? Hmm.
Plus the audience.
Man. You really just can't go wrong with drawing a torch, apparently.
Yeah.
Torch talk. Should've
Now,
seen this
let's do the
coming.
mouth.
No pun intended.
Oh, sure.
And vote. Add in the audience.
Tough crowd. Tough crowd. Can't be jerking your own torch while you're sucking another torch? Damn.
Finally, finish off this drawing with anything you want. And I mean anything.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
How is that one the winner?
together. Oh, it's just like the last day of camp.
All right, time to prove my theory right here. Let's see how this works. I do like number one. He's playing the drums or some shit. It's crazy.
Nice. Yeah.
Audience?
Total snub on your boy.
Okay.
Well,
time to
just
take it
FYI,
all
there's a
in.
big lag, so it's hard to.
It's
Hard
like
to vote
looking in a mirror of
appropriately.
that person.
You're all winners in my heart, but the votes tell a different
Shelby
story.
Holly.
Yeah, nice job, dog. Hit me with that shipping address, Mike Mason at thegmail.com.
Oh, civic duel.
And I think that I think we'll probably wrap it up there.
That was fun.
That was good. That was good. I just gotta exit all this junk. Get this out of my face. Go away, game. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thanks to everybody who stuck around to the end. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, winners, get at with me with those addresses. Remind me of what it was exactly you won. And, oh, man, what else can I say, man? It's so dank we get to get together like this. I really do appreciate all you guys. I know most of y'all are, who tuned in, didn't make it to this point, but everybody who tuned in, period, is completely fine by me. It's so dank we get to keep having this time together. It's been such a positive thing, and man, what can we say? Shit's weird right now, and it's nice to just keep having this party that we've been doing for years, man. It really does make me feel a little bit normal, It's like, we're gonna change all the shit around and all that, and it was like for everybody else, and then in the end, man, it's for me. Thank goodness we get to keep doing this, because I'm also, a little bit, whoa, it's getting weird. But anyways, thank you so much for being here, and like I said, making this a positive, beautiful time together. I'm gonna hand it off to Carrie, because obviously I'm just gonna keep rambling. But I really do appreciate everybody who tuned in and keeps making this thing a fun time, and a huge shout outs to Anthony for making that demo dank, adding in some, oh man, he really added in some secret sauce to that demo that I would have just been speculating about. Yeah, huge love to everybody out there. I hope you guys are doing well. Keep it together. We're gonna make it through this bullshit for real, and until then, we're going to keep having this party every week, so if nothing else, we'll play games together. All right, off to Carrie. Much love, homies. I really, really do appreciate y'all.
So much love in the chat. Thanks so much. Thanks, Mike, for filming that and editing that and organizing all of that, and just get to hang out here and be part of the party, and then watch y'all play games and laugh at you and with you. Anyway. Thanks for joining, and hope to see you again next week and play more games and watch more Glass. Stay sane, stay safe, stay healthy, be well.